There are 4 major coasters here to do, I believe, isn't there?
I think so.
4 new coasters for us. We were going to go to the Maximus first, the little toboggan thing, because apparently it gets a really big queue. But they've blocked off half the paths, and so we can't. Trying to navigate around on the map when you're not very good at reading maps at the best of times is a nightmare. So I think we're just going to go and try and find Troy first, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on or how we're going to get there. So rather than wandering around the park, we're going to go and try out a new Woodie. This will be Woodie number 2 on the trip, I think.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Bloody hell, Troy doesn't open until 12, so I think maybe a booster bike. I don't know.
Well, we can see that is running, so yes, let's go there.
One way or
at least
another,
it's
we'll
something.
attempt to get on something, won't we? Well, after all that, we've ended up at Phoenix, haven't we?
Yeah.
Somehow, I'm not
Didn't
sure.
know how to get to the bike one.
It's not really an easy park to navigate when you've never been here before, is
No,
it? It's,
no.
But it's beautiful, man.
Yeah, the theming here
absolutely
looks
stunning.
stunning, yeah.
Right, so we're going to go on our first roller coaster. I think it may only be the second B&M wing that we've ever done.
Oh.
On a Mandrill Mayhem, maybe it's the third then.
Oh, okay.
I'm very excited, and you can use action cams on all of the rides here, so we can take you on with us. That would be exciting, won't it?
It will be.
Amazing.
That was really good.
So
Yeah, I always like that style of roller coaster, to be fair.
A wing.
Yeah,
Good
they're
on.
always so smooth, aren't they? They
Yeah.
run really well. I love
It's a
it.
bit loud through this area. Like
Yeah.
Oh my god, look!
Oh, wow. Dave, I've just missed it.
It might not come off very well on camera because of the clouds as well, but hang on, they're doing it again, bear with.
A few moments later.
That was awesome.
Yeah, it's not very visible, but you rub the dragon heart. You rub the heart in front of the dragon, and it spits
Foam.
out.
Yeah, which I imagine it's meant to be snow because it's got like icicles at the bottom
Yeah, it's
of
like
it.
an ice dragon thing. You know what? Europe is just on another level, isn't it?
Yeah.
It really is. Oh, it's Phoenix there. Look.
So what? But the theming in this area is amazing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
incredible.
phenomenal.
And it makes it all the more amazing as well. Like going over Phoenix, doing the zero G roll over the water, and over the boats that are on Merlin's Quest, which is what we're going to now. Like, just the whole area is amazing. Even like the Phoenix animatronic, as you go up the lift here, like it all just adds to it, doesn't it? Like,
Yeah.
the rides are one thing, but for me, it's not just about the rides and the coasters. It's about the immersion and
Yeah, it really is.
losing yourself in somewhere, and like they really do that so well over here. And the toilets are themed.
Yeah, they
When
are.
will we be getting themed toilets in the UK? I swear to God. Look at this, just in the queue here. Obviously, there's. I mean,
It was the same for Phoenix, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, the Phoenix queue line was amazing. It's just, it had a Pepper's Ghost in it as well, didn't it?
yeah. And the animatronic. Actually, if we haven't got a video, we'll get one. It's about 7 attempts that, didn't it? It didn't like my card for some reason. What have I got? Yona.
It's like a little Kinder Egg, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh, what are they?
I've got some sweets,
Oh, some
some
sweets.
stickers, and a very camp keyring.
Aww.
Well, that's all the rides polished off in this area now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a really
it's-
lovely area. I love this area.
It's quite a cute little boat ride with little dark ride elements.
Dark side, yeah.
Well, dark side.
It had a dark element
It
to
didn't have a dark side.
Yeah, but the dark area was really nice. Really well themed.
And like even just like they've got one of these, is it called? I can't remember what they're called. Air race IP.
Yeah.
With the paddles.
Like what they got a Blackpool with the
And-
red arrows.
And like the parachute thing. Even they've got like really
parachute
good.
thing.
theming in the queue and a little pre-showy bit that tells you, your safety instructions and that sort of thing, which is in Dutch and English. Like, it's just, everything's so well done. I mean, look at this little stone bridge that we're walking across now. Sorry, the camera work on this one's terrible, isn't it? We just went to eat in a little hobbit house, well, a massive hobbit house actually, a huge hobbit house, which was really good food actually.
Yeah, the food was lovely.
And they set fire to it.
They did, yeah.
A little skewer, they set fire to the skewer. I've never seen that in a UK park, I can tell you that much. The food and the restaurant itself were absolutely spectacular. The price was spectacular as well, don't get me wrong. Everything just looks absolutely amazing.
It does. And I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of the park. If this is just one area.
I got a feeling it's a good day.
So we just knocked off a couple of rides there.
More than a couple.
Well, yeah, more than a couple. We did, after the sort of Fenix area, that I can't remember the name of that, Avalon. We went to Toverland. Pronunciation may vary on that one. Which is a cool little spinny coaster, wasn't it?
It was really cool. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that was really good.
It reminded me, it was like Storm Chaser, but more intense.
Yes, it was a little bit more intense actually, I think.
It was very spinny this one. We did it twice, didn't we?
Probably depends. It's probably probably a weight thing. It probably depends on. We did have people behind us, but ours did spin quite a lot.
It did on both times as well.
We managed to do the water rides without getting too wet, which I'm impressed with because it's not the weather for getting. I mean, it looks sunny, but it's really not that warm, is it?
No,
it's not the weather. Both of them were really nice. The theming on the log flume is bonkers in the best possible way.
It's good to see rapids and log flumes with good theming.
Yeah, like even
a lot of time you just get a very limited theming, don't you, on them?
Yeah, like even the smaller rides here. Oh, Jesus Christ! Some animatronic parrot thing just spoke and it scared the life out of me. Sorry, I just had to gather myself there. Halloween's just around the corner, isn't it? But yeah, it's nice to see that even the smaller rides here get a lot of attention in terms of theming.
And a lot of animatronics are used in a lot of the theming here too, which is cool.
Just around the park and stuff as well.
Yeah.
And then we've just, they've got these machines where you can get croquettes and the cassoufflé. Again, pronunciation may vary, but they're very, very nice if you get a good one. We might have to come back for one of them later.
Yeah.
We did have some at Wallaby, but they weren't the best, were they? The ones at Beaksy-Bergen were good.
Yeah, the ones at Beaksy-Bergen were good. And we had some proper ones in Amsterdam yesterday at the market. They were
absolutely banging. And then we did the booster bike here, which is called Booster Bike. And that was, I mean, it's the same layout as Velocity at Flamingo Land, but it was a lot smoother, actually.
It's a lot smoother.
It was a lot smoother.
It's faster than it looks as well, isn't it? I felt, anyway.
Yeah. Unlike the Flamingo Land one, this one didn't have to talk about his gentleman pieces this time, so we're all good.
God, no, it was a bit uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that one,
all intact this time?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they're all fine today, yeah.
So one large coaster left to polish off then, which is Troy.
Trojan Horse, that's cool.
I've heard good things about this, so we'll see. Woodies are a bit of a hit and miss thing for me, if I'm honest. Sometimes
that makes sense of being a Woody.
What, the Trojan Horse thing?
Yeah.
It'll catch up eventually.
I didn't realise this one was the Woody, that's all.
Yeah. Bloody Nora. That was intense,
so
that one
intense.
for a Woody. Well, really, I'm not a huge fan of Woodies, and I have to say that probably has to be the best I've ever ridden.
What do you think?
I think so. I mean, what else that we've ridden is this compared to that?
I mean, I preferred Untamed the other day.
Yeah, but that's not a Woodie, is it? It's a hybrid.
Is it not?
No.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
He knows nothing. He just comes to ride them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that probably was the best Woodie I've
For
ever
an
done
actual
then.
Woodie, I would
Yeah.
say that's got to be my
Yeah.
favourite. 'Cause I mean, what we've done, all the ones in the UK, nothing can compete to that.
No.
Outside of the UK, I think we've done like Stampeder and Heidi at Toverland.
So, yeah.
Heidi probably comes a little bit close, but still nowhere near as good as that. That was absolutely phenomenal. We've got
Yeah.
2 to do at Efteling though, haven't we? So who knows? One of them might be better.
That was so good though, really good. But
That was really good.
yeah, really good. Too intense for me to put my hands up. I couldn't do it.
Oh, it's a good job you didn't have the camera then, isn't it? Yeah. And as soon as we're in the Netherlands, of course, we had to get a stroopwaffle ice cream because you
Yeah.
can't not, can you?
It looked amazing.
I do have to say the prices here are outrageous. In fact, we found that with a lot of Netherlands attractions, like the cost of stuff is crazy, isn't it? Like earlier when we went for a meal, we had 1 meal each and 1 drink each, and it came to £54. I mean, what was this? 16 euros.
16 euros.
I don't know what the conversion is on that yet, but
But that's we have got a drink.
16
as well.
euros for 2 ice creams and 2 drinks, yeah. Good job we saved some spending money. Right, we're finally going to go check out this Maximus Blitz Bahn toboggan type thing, which we were supposed to do first thing, but we buggered everything up. I mean, it's got up to 40 minutes, and it's come down to 25, and it doesn't seem to be moving from that.
Yeah.
We've not queued for anything else, so we're going to queue for 25 minutes for this. We will let you know whether it's worth 25 minutes after this. But it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. It's something different, isn't it?
It will be. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I don't think we've ever done one before, have we?
No, not like this. The closest we've had is the
Alpine coaster.
Alpine coaster at Bellawadi.
Hello, Aldi, yeah.
But this is actually like, free, not free fall, but like free, you know what I mean. Anyway, we're going. It's got these little levers on the side so you can brake and slow it down if you want to. We won't be using those, will we? I'll be sat at the back so we can control. I tell you what, European family rides are vastly different to what they are in the UK, aren't they?
Yeah.
I remember discovering this when we went to Fantasyland, went on
Yes.
Colorado Adventure. We're like, oh, it's a nice little mine train ride. Yeah, so you push the handles down to go faster, and it was actually a lot faster than I expected it to be. I thought it was just going to go up a ramp, and then it was going to be like a little slow meander down, but it's actually like accelerated, isn't it?
Yeah, it
This
is.
bridge is really wobbly.
Really good. I really had a lot of fun with that.
That was a lot faster than I expected it would be. We did it once. We got 51 because it was only like 10 minutes, wasn't it? Really, we had to wait for it.
Yeah.
So we did it once. We got 51 seconds because it tells you how long it takes you as well, which is really cool. And so we were like, right, and it gives you a leaderboard of who's got the best times. And then we went round again and literally floored it all the way around. Literally did not move from the.
Accelerate.
Literally did not take my hands off it, and we leant forward the whole time, didn't we, to try and get as fast as we can. We managed 47, which I thought was pretty impressive. But someone with a tiny child, managed to get 43 seconds. I don't know how he managed that. Must have put rockets on the back of it or something, because we couldn't get it to go that fast. Pretty impressed with 47 as well. I thought that was pretty good.
I was as well. Felt like it was going right fast.
But oh well. Well, because it's so quiet, we've managed to get 4 rides on Fenix and 4 on Troy, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Probably would have got more if they hadn't have gone down during the day. But they're really fine here when it's as quiet as this to just let you stay on and just keep going round.
Yeah.
Or swap seats if you want to. Even if there's only, if there's enough people, if there's enough spare seats for the people that are in the queue, they just let you sit on and go around.
Go again.
We've got a bit of a headache now because we've been on quite a few coasts. Overall, though, amazing.
Yeah,
You've
what
had
a brilliant
fun?
Park. I have had fun.
It's a stunning looking park. It really is.
It is.
Definitely a quality.
Beautifully themed.
Yeah, quality over quantity here. Like, there's not a lot. It's not very big.
No.
But what's here is amazing, and it all looks just so beautiful.
It does.
We're gonna have to pop into the shop and get a mug, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, we're spoiled for choice for mugs in there, weren't we?
Yeah, some good selection there.
There's loads of mugs
Yeah,
going on,
there were.
competing with Wallaby on the mug game there, I think. They also did extra small clothing as well. If anyone's ever watched us before, you know I've got an absolute bee in my bonnet over this extra small clothing. But they did do some in there.
Never find it, can you?
Never find any. The only place I ever remember seeing it was Orlando, of all places.
Yeah.
In the Pride collection. But, what a lovely little park that is. What an absolutely stunning. It's a shame it's not bigger, to be quite honest, because I would have loved more of that. But I think I think it probably just needs to become more popular so that they've got more money to invest in, more areas. Because, I mean, even with like 120 school trips on today, it was dead, wasn't it? It really wasn't busy. And I know it's a weekday, but still, like, they were running everything on one train, and they were still not always filling them, were they?
No.
Which is a shame, because I think more people deserve to discover this place, and deserve to get more popular, and, you know, be able to expand and build more areas like Avalon, because I mean, that's stunning.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful area. That Fenix is fantastic. Even the sort of lesser rides in there, like that spinny plane thing that I can't remember the name of. Even that just looks amazing, doesn't it? And the way everything's just integrated and layered, and it's just a level of theming that you don't see often enough, not our side of the pond anyway.
Yeah, and I really do hope that, like, it does expand and you do get more worlds there, because the ones they've got already look amazing.
Yeah.
And, like...
And then we'll have to come back, we'll have to save up money.
We would.
And it'll be interesting to see how that compares to Efteling, because we're going there tomorrow for 2 days, aren't we? We're staying at Lunchland, so that'll be very interesting to see how they compare. So subscribe to us to see that, drop us a like, hype us up if you can, give us a comment, and we will see you next time we do stuff.